Captain America, ladies and gentlemen, able to defeat our nation's deadliest enemies with a flimsy piece of plastic thrown at the back of their skull, just like he would do to Thanos. Jesse Shade here for Awfully Good Movies on behalf of the JoBlo YouTube network, and as if one Captain America TV movie wasn't bad enough for young comic book fans in the year of 1979, there would come yet another adventure to air on CBS for Red Brown's Steve Rogers, now embracing his newfound superhero persona to help defend our country from a revolutionary Mexican general played by Sir Christopher Lee, thankfully without any brown Mexican makeup on his very white British face. And only 6 years before Christopher Lee and Red Brown would reunite for an even worse sequel, Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. Damn, in the words of She-Hulk, that Captain America f***s. But before I inevitably review that piece of crap, let us groove on back to the 70s era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in this flag-waving episode of Awfully Good Movies. Well, here we are, folks. The summer movie season has begun once again. And what would a summer be without a new Marvel blockbuster to kick it off? And this time, Marvel has made what could very well be its biggest movie to date, as Captain America and Iron Man turn from friends to foes in Captain America: Civil War, along with a little help from pretty much every superhero in the Marvel Universe. So no matter what side you're taking in this battle, be it Team Cap or Team Iron Man, we can all agree that Marvel has significantly upped the ante from the Captain America movies of the past. And I'm not talking about the 40s Captain America, and I already talked about the 90s Captain America, so I must be talking about the 70s TV movie version of Captain America. Back in the 70s, Marvel was keen on turning some of its most popular characters not into hit movies, but into hit TV shows. And even though The Incredible Hulk would go on to last 5 seasons, there was also the Spider-Man show that barely lasted 2 seasons, and the Doctor Strange series that never made it past the pilot. But then there were the Captain America TV movie pilots from 1979 that starred none other than B-movie legend Red Brown. But if you're an MST3K fan who's seen their Space Mutiny episode, you may know Red Brown under some other names.
Big, McLarge, huge. Blast, hard cheese. Roll, fizzle beef.
Bob Johnson. Oh, wait.
And today, I'm focusing on the second of these flicks, Captain America 2, Death Too Soon, which pits Roll Fizzle Beef himself against the legendary Christopher Lee. So let's check this flick out and see why Captain America lost the battle in getting his own series. Hey, since the name of this movie is Death Too Soon, maybe Captain America can find out why all these celebrities have been dying too soon this year. Hey, you know what? Maybe Hydra's been behind all these deaths. Maybe we got ourselves a conspiracy. So if you want to know what happened to the Captain before this movie, check out Awfully Good's column on the first Captain America TV movie, now up at JoBlo.com. But all you need to know here is that Steve Rogers has already been injected with the super serum, has teamed up with the doctor who saved his life with that serum, and is using his newfound powers to draw sketches of old ladies at the beach. Oh, and also fight crime. He also fights crime. And this time, Steve is looking into the disappearance of esteemed scientist Ian Ilson, who has been kidnapped by the feared Mexican revolutionary Miguel, played by Christopher Lee. Now Marvel, casting Tilda Swinton in an Asian role is one thing, but Christopher Lee as a Mexican, tisk. Miguel is using the doctor because he's got a drug that will increase aging as well as an antidote that will decrease aging. So he plans to spray this aging drug over the city of Portland to make its citizens age at a rate of 38 days per hour, and will only give them the antidote if the president gives Miguel $1 billion. So surely this sounds like a job for Captain America?
Well, it sounds like it's the case for the FBI.
Wait a minute, what? What kind of superhero says right off the bat, let the cops handle it? You're Captain America, goddammit! Not Captain France! I surrender! And around the time you see Captain America try to infiltrate a shipment of one of the drug's ingredients, and see the scene where a dock worker tries to kill Captain America with a forklift. Wow, you can feel the suspense gradually coming towards you off the screen. You realize this isn't gonna be the Captain America who fights soldiers in elevators or tries to foil government conspiracies. No. This is the Captain America who mostly just sits around and does paintings of cats, while he goes undercover in the small town where the drug is being unloaded and tries to gain some information on its whereabouts from a local family. Through some questionable methods.
Maybe you could show me some of those terrific trails, Peter. I sure would like to go riding with you.
Captain Jared Vogel! And occasionally he does kick some ass here and there. But Christopher Lee's goons are really not that hard to take on. The scariest things these villains can do are paint glasses on cat paintings and employ tactics they learned from the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz.
Surrender, Dorothy.
But as stale as the action scenes are, and as slow as this movie gets, it still remains another valuable lesson in how far superhero movies have come, with plenty of unintentional hilariousness. For one thing, Red Brown brings that same sense of lovable doofiness he brought to Space Mutiny to the part of Steve Rogers. I mean, dude can't act for shit, and his costume manages to make the Matt Salinger Captain America look good, but he is likable. And he's got a motorcycle that turns into a hang glider, which is totes badass. And you'll have a blast pointing out all the corniness and poor production value that are on display here. Plus, Christopher Lee is one of those actors who's so good, he'll make the most ridiculous dialogue sound dignified.
Now you listen to me. Under no circumstances is this Mr. Rogers to leave that town.
And after you're done with Mr. Rogers, make sure you bring me the head of Mr. McFeely. So through all its rough patches, Captain America 2 is a prime slice of corny 70s TV that'll imbue you with the superpower of laughter. And though all you internet commenters argue, oh, Marvel's movies are better, no, DC's movies are better, I ask all of you, would any of you rather have a superhero movie where the superhero does less saving the day and more palling around with his pet cat?
Who's the best cat in the United States?
No! I did not think so. The only allegiance I'm making in the Civil War is not to Team Cap, but to Team Captain Morgan. So pick a side and play the awfully good drinking game. Take a shot or drink every time Captain America brings down a bad guy with his mighty shield. I said he brings down a bad guy with his mighty shield. Anytime now, Cap. Look, can we speed this the fuck up? Oh, finally. Thank you. Captain America comes in on his super-powered motorcycle, which is apparently light enough to throw up onto the top of a wall. Look, what the hell's going on here? His shield is made of cheap plastic. His bike is made of plywood. Did S.H.I.E.L.D. outsource its weapons manufacturing to Play School? Someone gets injected with or exposed to the aging formula.
What is that? Is that piss? Is that piss?
And take a double shot when you hear someone utter the immortal line,
Let's check this turkey out.
as well as when someone references Duke Williams.
How's your memory for numbers, Peter?
Better than Duke Williams.
Who the hell is Duke Williams? Well, unless they're referring to the safety for the Buffalo Bills, who was born 11 years after this movie, I have no fucking clue who Duke Williams is. But if you know who the fuck Duke Williams is, call our toll-free hotline at 1-800-WHO-DUKE. And on the nudie watch, all this family-friendly TV movie has to offer is the rippling pectorals of Reb Brown. You know, I can only imagine what Reb Brown's dick must look like. On the enjoyableness continuum scale from Bull to Bruce, Captain America 2, Death Too Soon, may have lost the Civil War, but certainly wins the battle for an awfully good score of 7 out of 10. It's too bad Reb Brown never made it in the world of Marvel TV shows, because he would have made a great Incredible Hulk. I'm Jesse Shea for JoBlo.com, and I'm thrilled to announce that this movie marks our 50th episode of Awfully Good Movies. So to all you Awfully Good Nicks still out there watching and supporting the show, I'd like to wish all of you a most heartfelt thanks.
JoBlo, he sure likes to drink a lot. JoBlo wants his movie like the hero man. JoBlo.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.